Well, welcome everybody. It is once again Wednesday night at 6:30 Pacific time, and we are here to all talk about how to really, truly, deeply clean the body. And most of us don't know about this, and I'm here to help you guys learn it. It's very simple. Basically, we are going after what's called the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is the body's sewer system, and most of our sewers are backed up, especially if we're used to eating the standard American diet, or if we're not eating our natural diet, which is really fruit and raw vegetables, mostly tender leafy greens like in salads. That's our natural diet for the most part. So, we clog up this sewer system, we block all the doors of elimination, and then once you learn how to open that back up and get that sewer cleaned, your life will turn around. So that's what we talk about here. It's really simple. And I just answer the questions that you guys have to just try and keep you on track here, and hopefully give you some inspiration to keep going, to keep digging in and going after that dirty sewer and getting the acids out of the body. You know, when you truly alkalize the body, you are actually cleaning your sewer system, your lymph system. And when you get the acids out and restore the alkaline balance to that lymph system, those acids leave the body or get neutralized. And acids are what's doing the damage. There's a million names for all these so-called diseases. They're just basically a fiction that the medical community can copyright and confuse you with, in my view. So it's just amazing what happens when you do the few simple things it takes to get back on track. And the biggest thing you can do is really changing your diet. This is huge. This is the bulk of it, really. Just getting back on the diet that's right for you. You know, the alkalizing foods, getting off of these acidic foods, which are really meat, dairy, and grains. So this is the easiest way to turn this around, but it's the hardest for most people. There's a lot of emotional ties to food, a lot of habits, a lot of cultural conditioning that we're all under. And it's almost like a matrix. You know, I saw that movie last week again, and so many correlations to that. You know, how the matrix is everywhere. You know, this conditioning's everywhere. It starts, you know, the first person you see is a doctor when you're born. And, we all know how hospital food is, right? So anyways, so the conditioning runs very, very deep in our society and our culture. And once we start breaking free of that, and, things start to change. And it's really about making these changes for the long haul. This isn't a short-term thing. This isn't a 3-day herb and juice cleanse and you're healed and you're back on track. No, it doesn't work like that. We're trying to just turn this Titanic ship around, going in the right direction. And we do use the herbs to speed up that process tremendously. So that's where the herbs come in. There's also physical things you can do too to speed up the process, but really the bulk of this is getting back on fruits and some salads, and then the whole game changes. So that's why we're here, and so I'm going to jump into questions because we have got a lot really coming on here. I can see the chat section lighting up, so I'm just going to jump right in to help you guys. So okay, so we've got 251. Manny is here. Hi, Manny. I think you're new to here, so welcome. We've got Rome Anonymous. Hi, Mark. Hi. Is that Roma? Let's see. Yeah, Roma Anonymous. Hi, Roma. You might be new too. Okay, we got Jacob JJ. Hi. All right, Jacob. We got Jeannie's back. Okay, Jeannie's a long time board person, great contributor. Hello, Mark and everyone. We're on. Okay, we got the Vegan Renegade back. My mom has been raw almost a month. She's feeling better with fibromyalgia, easing almost gone, but her joints hurt and bones feel brittle. She broke her foot. Is there anything she can do? Herbs, etc. Well, this is why I got into this. I had what they want to call fibromyalgia. And it's nothing but a backed up sewer system from head to toe, really. I had eaten a terrible diet for most of my life, and it finally caught up to me in my 40s. And when I went on the paleo type diet, that high protein diet, I went on what's called the Atkins diet, and it just ruined me. but I was already experiencing some things. They just weren't at that level yet of where it was really, really causing me a lot of pain. So getting on the high proteins, which are very, very acidic. I was eating a lot of meat. I felt like I was looking good for, months into it. It was really working. I felt really strong and muscular and all that stuff. My ego was loving it. But then when I started to really ache and hurt, I knew there was a problem. That's why I got into natural healing in the beginning. It was a long road before I finally got to the fruit and the lymph system, but it got me started. So fibromyalgia, lupus, Lyme disease, what they call rheumatoid arthritis, these kinds of things are all a backed up sewer. And so yeah, you're going to hurt all over. And I hurt in the joints big time. And the bones will feel brittle. I'll tell you why in a second here. But the joints really hurt because, when you're flexing joints, right, you're creating acids, you're creating lactic acids. So you're in an acidic environment. Your lymph system is all acidic. It's backed up. It gets more acidic as it backs up more. Stagnant lymph turns more and more acidic. This is why it can really damage you. It can damage every single cell in your body, all your tissues. And when it gets down into the cellular level, it can cause mutations. And we all know what that is called. So, and then the bones do become brittle because guess what a great antacid is? It's calcium. The body pulls calcium from anywhere it can get it to fight these acids in the body. And it's hard to keep up with it. The parathyroid gland is where you utilize your calcium. And if that can't keep up, forget it. You're going to start just pulling calcium everywhere. It's going to come out of the bones. It's going to come out of the skin. You're going to get all dried up looking. Your bones will get brittle. It'll pull it out of the arteries. You'll get the aneurysms all over the body. It'll pull it out of the joints, just about everywhere. It'll weaken the body everywhere. And where you're the weakest genetically and through epigenetics, the environment is going to attack even more. So this is it. You got to. Is there anything she can do? Yeah, she can alkalize. Get that lymph moving. And there are herbs for this, but get her on that high fruit diet and get her on some herbs. This is a great way to start because we always start the same way. What herbs do we get on? We get on herbs for the kidneys. Number one, numero uno. You got to be on herbs for those kidneys to unblock those kidneys, to get the sediment out of them, to get the obstructions out of them, to get the inflammation out of them. Get the diuretics in there to help push some fluids through those kidneys. Get them unblocked. You want to pee into a jar. You want to see cloudy urine. That's a sign that your kidneys are filtering the lymphatic waste and acids out. So kidney herbs, very, very important. Lymphatic herbs to help stimulate that lymph system and get it moving. Go easy on the lymphatic herbs in the beginning until you get filtration, or you're going to be pushing a lot of acidic lymph towards those kidneys, okay? But take those slow in the beginning. And then you want to get on herbs to clean up the GI tract. This is a major area of elimination. It's the center of the body. And when we clean the GI tract, the lymph system benefits greatly. So definitely some lymphatic, some GI tract herbs. Dr. Morse's GI Broom is wonderful. Stomach and bowel herbs, really, really great. Dr. Christopher's lower bowel formula is fantastic too. And also you want to get on some herbs for the glands, especially the adrenals. The adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. They control the kidneys. Those little glands are about the size of a walnut sitting on top of each kidney also control many, many functions in the body, including making antacid steroids. A lot of people are on these anti-inflammatory steroids. Why not make them yourself? Adrenals are down a lot in people that are acidic, and because all the glands become gummed up with mucus, and because mucus protects our bodies from acids. So you want to get on the herbs for those adrenals. You want to get on the herbs for the other glands, including the parathyroid, like I talked about, for better calcium, and then also the thyroid and the pancreas, of course, and the pituitary gland, which is the master gland that controls all the other glands. These are your major ones here in lymphatic detoxification. So those are really, really important. But a good herbal detox kit is a must, okay? And Dr. Morse has them, and I have them over at JavanaDetox.com too, if you don't mind making your own teas. You can save money that way. But yeah, the herbs really, really assist us greatly. So yeah, your mom is backed up, and we can unclog her, get those channels of elimination open, get the kidneys filtering. That's a major channel out of those acids. Get the GI tract moving, and then also work on that skin. Skin is the third kidney. Lots of toxins and acids come out through that skin. A lot of people have skin problems because they're trying to dump those acids and toxins out, and they've got blockage. Okay, so dry skin brushing, saunas, sweat, you know, and then also exercise just to stimulate, get everything moving. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, so you've got to help it out. Okay, so that's my big talk there. And so that's it in a nutshell. That was your quick, you know, 3-minute course there. Lots of stuff your mom can do to move that out. But learn about lymphatic detoxification, getting everything moving and alkalized, okay? Get on a mucus-free diet, which is an alkalizing diet. Jeannie, good. Now it sounds okay. Good. We got Kez's back. All right. Hey, Mark, can you shed some light on where a fruitarian gets their B12 as it is produced in is it produced in the adrenal glands? You know, I don't take any supplements at all. You know, when you're on the proper diet, your body is going to manufacture these things. It is not produced in the adrenal glands, as far as I know. You know, the thing is that your body is designed to get all this stuff. Now, the one thing you know, is vitamin D3, of course, with the sun. Okay, so that's something you got to do. You got to get out in that sunshine, okay? And even if you're in a cold environment, you know, have a little sunroom or something like that. That's the big one. Some people do supplement with a little B12, but, you know, I don't. And I have plenty of energy. I don't know about that, you know. We're designed so beautifully. When we clean everything out, we get full utilization of everything that we take in. So if we're living a natural life, which includes being outdoors, right? And we're eating the you know, we're eating the proper diet here. You know, some argue that the B12 is you know, not present because I guess there's some, you know, some of the soils and things like that. Some people don't wash their vegetables in order to get a little bit of B12. But yeah, once you clean up that GI tract big time, you know, get that gut flora restored and all that kind of stuff. Incidentally, that's another thing that I don't take. I don't take probiotics or digestive enzymes at all, because when you start eating the proper diet, everything gets rebalanced naturally. Okay. So that's really the basis of it. We got to put our faith back in nature, okay? The more we do that, the more we balance out. Now, people will take a B12 supplement. It'll be, you know, what the methylcobalamin, I think they call it, which is a fake chemical, which can cause all kinds of imbalances in the body. We want to stay holistic, everything in its natural balance, okay? Because, you know, those things we're taking in are so simple to us, yet so complex. We can't even begin to understand what is going on. And the design of nature is so specific and so wonderful and so magical that we have to trust it again, okay? So, yeah, I'm not withering away. I don't take any supplements at all. I do herbs. I play around with a lot of herbs for you guys, even when I'm not detoxing, just so I can experiment around. But just by eating the proper diet and getting some sunshine, getting some fresh air, getting some exercise, these kinds of things are going to put you back in line with nature. And you'll get all the B12 you're going to need once you've restored, okay? All right, so we've got 251. Manny, what is the best diet for ulcerative colitis? Again, you know, if you're eating acid foods, right, you're going to put acids in that GI tract, of course, and you're going to inflame everything, right? Because the acids inflame. They also cause mucus to form, which will actually block things. It will slow the lymphatic system down. The lymphatic system will get more and more acidic and toxic as it stagnates. Now, every cell is surrounded by lymphatic fluids. So even in the colon, you know, those colon tissues are really susceptible to acidosis. That's why a lot of people have this, what they call IBS and colitis and all this stuff. This is really just acidosis at the cellular level in the bowel walls, okay? So you've got to heal this. And the only way to heal it is to get on the proper diet, get on an acid-free diet, and start moving lymph and cleaning this mucus, these stagnations out of those bowels and out of the entire body. Just get the rivers flowing. But the best diet is the only diet really for man, which is fruits and some veggies. And maybe a little nuts and seeds and things like that. But, for the most part, now you don't have to, some people, they want to be purists, like I'm 100% raw, and, 80% fruit, 20% veggies, this is where the bulk of your food should be. There's a little bit of room there once you're healed, though. You can play around and not miss some of the things, but you're going to really have to be careful, okay? Because you don't want to kick in the mucus and the acids, but you can play. Dr. Morse was just talking the other day how he likes to go out for a little Indian food. He doesn't overdo it, but he likes a little Indian food. So, and he's not detoxing right now. So you can, this is not a sentence to be some kind of a monk, when it comes to food. But, you got to do the healing, though. Get in there and do the healing and learn about this, okay? And you'll be inspired, when you turn this around and the bulk of your diet is really, really good and you have a little bit of fun once in a while, you've got a perfect balance. Because I guarantee you, when you come off of it, you're going to feel like crud and want to go back on. So anyways, that's it. So you'll heal this up. Dr. Morse has got a stomach tea that helps soothe everything. It's got the marshmallow root. It's got the slippery realm. I believe it's got a little bit of mullein in there too to come in there and actually add more alkalization, more soothing herbs in there to help that heal. Okay, his stomach tea. But certainly his GI broom is very powerful. And all that, but you gotta do a full-blown detox and move everything out. Get all the lymphatic system flowing, which will include the bowels. But get those obstructions out of the bowels too, those solid obstructions, and hopefully get that plaquing off of the bowel wall too, which can trap acids and cause you to burn more. Okay, so I hope that helps, Manny. Roma, raw fruits, absolutely raw fruits. Okay, we got Amethyst is back. Hi, Mark. All right, tough subject. Someone I know recently had severe brain damage due to the frontal lobe. Is a 42-year-old man now acting like an 8-year-old man. Any suggestions? Yeah, fruit is the highest electrical food on the planet. Especially the berries are great for the nervous system and the brain. So I don't know, look, you wanna restore. You just want to. We don't know what kind of how damaged this is, but we want to activate what we've got. All of us have to activate what we got. We got to clear the mucus out of the body, including the brain. Okay, so there are herbs that upper circulation herbs. I don't know what he's got to work with his doctor on this. I don't know if he has what's going on there, but there are upper circulation herbs. There's brain and nerve herbs. Some of those herbs like Siberian ginseng, the ginkgo, the gotukola, the skullcap. These are amazing herbs for the brain and the nerves that turn them on. You combine that with a lot of berries and a lot of fruit, you've got a great program there. And a detoxification, you get everything moving, you get the kidneys open up, you get the GI tract really open up because that head really drains of mucus and acids if that GI tract is open. You learn how to do neurolymphatic massages to help that head drain, the ear candling, the hot and cold showers, all those wonderful things to help that. A lot of times when the brain is damaged, there's inflammation too, which is swelling. I guess I can't call it inflammation. That's a copyrighted term, but swelling. So that's mucus. You want to get that moving. So all over the body, and then go after that area. And that, that's what we can do. We can just support the body. And, if we're really, really cleaned up, if we're really, really alkalized, guess what? The body will go into regenerative mode. It'll start to regenerate. Once we get to high levels of alkalization and purification of the body, we go into regeneration. That's when the magic really happens. And, there are many, many miracle stories all over the place. But we can only invite the miracles in when we've removed the blockages that are keeping them out, okay? And those blockages we caused through our innocence. And now we know how to do it. You know, we know how to open up the channels and get the rivers flowing again, get the obstructions out, to allow that magic to come back in. We now have that technology. Thanks to good old Dr. Morse and his preaching and thumping on the lymph system. No one's ever done that. He is the guy. And we all owe him a debt of gratitude for that, because he is the man that really, really brought that to our consciousness. This is a huge system, you know, 3 or 4 times bigger than the blood system. Yet nobody really correlated this together. And so this is really, really a godsend. And yeah. So anyway, so there we go. So we got Jacob. JJ, welcome. I just started 80% fruit for my colitis. Excellent. 18 years, 18 years old, or you had it for 18 years. I don't know. And it seems to be going well. Any recommended herbs? Yeah, we just talked about that, you know, full lymphatic detox herbs. And then, get after that with the stomach and bowel herbs, of course. And then that stomach tea is really good. It really coats and soothes and can help you. Okay. And like I said, the main ones are marshmallow root, slippery elm, and maybe a little mullein, I believe, is in there too. So these are soothing, they're anti-inflammatory and all those kinds of things. So good luck with that. But you're doing the right thing, getting on an alkalizing diet and keeping those acids out, especially that meat protein and that dairy. Dairy is acidic, and it just clogs the body up with all this mucus, which slows everything down, which makes it more acidic. Vegan Renegade, also have a question. I got some local herbs on the package of my poke root. It says, warning, do not ingest. What do you know about poke root? And my mom is still smoking. Oh, my mom is still smoking and drinking coffee. Poke root is a fantastic lymphatic herb. It's one of the strongest there is. Okay. I believe there are a lot of cautions on it when taking it internally. You know, you got to be careful with the amounts. I know that Dr. Schultz is putting it in his formulas. Dr. Morse is putting it in his formulas as well. And Dr. Schultz is freely on the market. You don't have to even have a consultation to get his formula with the poke root in it. So there's cautions on it. It does have to be used carefully in small amounts. It will cause you to puke if you take too much. So so do your due diligence and read up about poke root. But it is a amazing lymphatic mover, big time. Big time. And Dr. Christopher, who I studied with also in his School of Natural Healing, he's passed for many years, but in his School of Natural Healing, he has a lot of his fomentations, which is nothing but a fancy name for a soaked piece of cloth for external use to help things heal. So poke root's an amazing healer, but do your due diligence and look at Dr. Schultz's formulas if you want. And Dr. Morse's is an I think lymphatic 3 or 4, and then also in the lymph node formulas. Okay. Paul asks, hi Mark, what are the benefits of fruit over other alkaline foods such as potatoes? Potatoes, I don't believe, is an alkaline food. Sweet potatoes, possibly, yeah, are alkalizing. But they're not really on the list. You know, our alkaline foods really are the fruits. You know, the fruits and the tender leafy greens. You know, your herbs. You know, like your parsley, cilantros. You know, your romaines and these kinds of things too. Those are your real alkaline foods. Okay, but potatoes, no. I love white potatoes, but I got to go real easy on them because they're a nightshade, and they're just not alkalizing at all. Okay, I love the taste, but and they're just a treat in small amounts for me. Okay, so here we go. We're skipping over again, unfortunately. Let's see here. Okay, so here we go. We've got Aaron's Unlimited. My kidneys are not filtering. Welcome, Aaron's Unlimited. My kidneys are not filtering. I have financial problems. I have changed to vegan, mostly raw. Grapes daily need help. So one of the free things you can do is dry fasting. Doesn't cost you any money. In fact, you're going to save on food because you're not going to be eating. So, this dry fasting has been a godsend for people that can't get their kidneys filtering. And Dr. Morse is bringing it in. Hildy Larson talks about it a lot. Gino DeSario talks about it a lot with the Master Fast. It's in his system too. This is wonderful. It just, you just stop eating and drinking and taking herbs or anything. And you can do it 12, 14 hours, 15 hours a day. Just shorten that feeding window. It gives everything a rest. It's just so healing. And then once a week, 24 to 36 hours is really good. And you get hungry. It takes some practice, Some people love it. They don't have a problem. But this really helps the kidneys get filtering. And it's free. Other things you can do that are free or mostly free to help the kidney filtration. Being on grapes is wonderful. Kidney herbs is a must. They're not expensive. Get a kidney tea at Giovanna Detox. That'll help you a lot. It's got some things that break up sediment and get things moving, And then you can also do massaging. Massage those kidneys. You can do castor oil packs. This information is available at my website for free, MarkJamesGordon.com. So those are free things you can do, okay? But getting on grapes is wonderful. But I think a little bit of herbs there and some of those physical things will help you, okay? Keep us posted. Good luck. You'll get it. Some people it takes a little longer than others. We got Amethyst. He is still in the hospital and will be going to a nursing home, is on all of these medications. It's truly heartbreaking. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is the one with the brain injury. I'm so sorry. Yeah, one of my best friends, his wife had a kind of a, I think it was called an AVM or AVN. It was a vessel that broke deep in her brain, and yeah, it's really tough. But there's things you can do. Don't give up. There are miracles. So that's what I would do. Get on that high fruit and learn how to move that lymph and get the inflammation out, the swelling. Excuse me. Mark Martin. Hey, Mark, I'm struggling drinking enough juice. About 2 liters and tons of mucus in my head and coming out in enemas. Okay, so you're struggling drinking enough juice, 2 liters. 2 liters, okay, so a liter's about a quart. So, in the beginning, I'm taking you're doing a juice fast. So in the beginning, I was drinking a gallon, which is twice as much as your drink because I was so hungry. I know that Gino recommends the Master Fast to take a tablespoon of honey if you get those hunger pains. But anyways, get it. What happens is you'll gradually need less juice as you clear out, as the glands come back online, as absorption gets better in your GI tract too. I started out drinking a gallon of juice a day. I did 44 days on juice, and about halfway through, I started decreasing my juice. And in the last few weeks, I was only drinking a quart, 1 liter of juice a day or less, and not hungry, and still had tons of energy. Go figure. Okay, so lots of just drinking that juice is going to move mucus, so it's coming out in your enema is good. All right, so you're moving, so keep it going. Okay, we got Peach. Why am I getting canker sores on fruit? Well, it could be a couple things. You could be you're acidic and you're starting to move acids and they're starting to surface, okay? It could also be that you're not getting ripe fruit. Pineapples and kiwis are notoriously unripe and they're very acidic when they're not ripe. So watch those pineapples, kiwis, and strawberries too. But get ripe fruit, okay? And then, you might just be moving a lot of lymph. I know it can happen. These things start to surface. That picture, you're a big stew pot, right? And you're just sitting there. Everything's all blocked up and sludgy and toxic and acidic. And then all of a sudden you're getting on fruit and herbs and you're starting to do these physical things and then you're starting to move and it starts to surface and it's going to burn you a little bit and cause little problems on the way out. You got to actually rewind the clock, rewind the movie and go back and start clearing. So it's part of the detox journey. This is not easy sometimes, you guys, but we have to do it if we want to heal. We can't let these things stay dormant in the body and just chew on us for the rest of our lives. We want to get it out, and we want to go into our older years feeling healthy and vibrant and not hurting. You know, we don't want all this pain and suffering on this planet. It's ridiculous. All for what? So you can go to In-N-Out Burger, you know, and gorge yourself and then feel terrible, you know, 10 minutes afterwards. You know, or go to the Olive Garden, have the endless pasta bar, or go on a cruise and all you do is eat and feel like a beached whale. God. It's not worth it. It's better to have vitality, better to get your body back, better to get your flexibility, better to get your brain back, all these things. You know, we don't want to be sluggish. We don't want to be droopy. We don't want to be, you know, you get it all back. And it's not that much to sacrifice. You know what I mean? So you got some canker sores, you know. Yeah, they're okay, so boils can come up. A lot of things come up. You can go through like cold and flu symptoms. But that's not radical. What's radical is open heart surgery where they come in and they saw you open and some guy just pulls the ribs apart, breaks the ribs. I mean, they've got saws and hammers on you. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, and then they're taking your organs out and lay them on the I mean, my God. That's radical. This is not radical. That's radical. And a lot of it is needless. Absolutely needless. Okay? 8-year-old boy. Oh, I don't know what this refers to. I thought he was 41 or so. I can't remember. If it's an 8-year-old, that's really tragic, man. But anyways, life is unpredictable. We get dealt, our cards get reshuffled, we get dealt new cards. We got to do what we have. We got to do the best we can with the cards we have. Okay, so for the brain, high fruit, electrical energy, turn everything back on. Get on those herbs, clean that lymph, get that swelling down. You know, all throughout the body. So that's what we can do, and invite the miracles and invite the healing in. Ask for the healing too. Ask for the healing. There's a lot of invisible forces. Some of them listen to us. All right, Aaron's Unlimited, lupus, fibromyalgia, help. Okay, another one. Stuff's rampant. Stuff is rampant. You know, and I think people in their 40s and 50s, if they really take a look at themselves, they're not doing well. You know, they're not doing well unless they understand this, because, you know, to start getting knee replacements, hip replacements, walking with limps, you know, oh, I gained 2 pounds a year, you know, this is normal. Bunch of baloney. Bunch of baloney. You know, a lot of us are a lot sicker than we think we are. The mind has a way of just glossing over everything. You know, you can restore the body back to just health that you had when you were young. Jack LaLanne proved this. You know, Jack LaLanne said that you can maintain, I think, 95 to 98% of your muscle mass and tone throughout your life. And, you know, he was a living example of a guy that really, really was in tune with his body and kept it going to you know, until very, very old. I think he died in his mid-90s. So he did great. I mean, he was swimming with rowboats and things at 80. I mean, the guy was crazy, but in a good way. Anyway, so good. So, yeah, so help. Well, yeah, go back to what I said about how to open up those channels of illumination, get on a good herbal program, learn how to move lymph physically, and get that Titanic ship turned in the right direction as far as your diet. This is huge, huge, huge. Get off the proteins. Get off, you know, get off the meat, dairy, and grains. You know, off. Get off of all those chemicals. Get off of all that processed food. All those chemicals. Get the chemicals as much out of the house as you can. Deep detox will get a lot of those chemical and heavy metal residues out of the body naturally. Okay. And yeah, and the two other things on top of the four, right? The kidneys, the lymph, the GI tract, and the glands, for at least a month is cleaning that liver up with some herbs and killing those parasites with some anti-parasite herbs. Giovanna has an anti-parasite formula. Dr. Morse has anti-parasite formulas. You know, they contain things like black walnut hulls. They contain wormwood. They contain the pau de arco. You know, these are fantastic, you know, herbs that will kill funguses and worms and things like that. Okay, there's plenty of good anti-parasite herbs out there. Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, so we got 251. Manny, my friend's mom is 83, in pretty bad situation at this time. She has lung cancer. Is it too late for her to go on a raw vegan diet and detox? You know, I never give up on anybody. No, 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 no. It's not my job. It's not my job. You know, it's not your job to give up on yourself either. You know, the Creator has a plan, and you know, there's a lot of great healing to be had once we clear out these obstructions. So, you know, a great story, I think I've told it on this channel, is Dr. Christopher had a mom bring in her baby that was born without optic nerves, and the baby was blind, and she said, "Can you heal my baby? Can we restore the vision to the baby?" And he says, "Of course." And he didn't know. He just was always positive. It wasn't his job to be negative, right? Of course, you know. And you know, if you believe that healing has the power of the Creator, then of course everything can happen. So once you tap into that, then yeah, it's not for us to decide. But anyways, he started using herbs, and he was putting some herbs in the ear of the baby too, and it was kind of a brain and nerve herb, as I recall, and having the baby take some internally too, and the baby's sight was restored. You know, he said the baby, you know, was you know, as a little boy was playing ball in the backyard and the whole thing. So miracles do happen. Yeah, so I would encourage your friend's mom as much as you can to not give up and to realign. And you know, one of the things that Dr. Christopher taught me also was that he was actually arrested for murder up in Utah, because he's a very brave man. He was practicing this herbalism at a time where it was really, really, you know, there's a lot of strict, you know, laws and things like that. But he understood the law really well, and he was able to have his freedom to do it. And anyways, so he had someone come in. I believe it might have been lung cancer, but anyways, they, you know, he said the same thing. Look, it's not my job. We're gonna just do the herbs, and we're gonna do the right things here. And so, you know, by getting on a high fruit diet, by getting off the acid foods, you start to you know, release the acids, alkalize the body, and you're not putting in extra acids. Acids are painful, and they exacerbate any pain in the body. So, you know, this woman eventually died, and part of the family wasn't in agreement, so they pressed charges on him. But you know, his thing was, you know what, we're going for the best thing possible here, and we're going to relieve her suffering as much as we can by alkalizing her and not adding more acids in, and alkalizing what's in her. And the woman actually came home. She was with her family, and she was in a lot less pain and died with dignity. But he beat the charges. He was arrested many times. He's a very brave man. But anyways, that's it. So if we can do these things, you know, alkalizing the body, getting off the acid foods, we relieve a lot of suffering, you know, no matter what state we're in. Okay, Dean, Mark, thanks for the tip on the book. A Course in Miracles. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that, Dean. It's an amazing book. It really, I read it so slowly because it's so rich and dense. But they talk a lot about miracles in there, and about realigning and coming back into alignment with that. It's a beautiful book. But you're welcome, Dean. And yeah, there's many meetups all around the world. There's 2 or 3 here in Ventura where you can just be book study. So good. Truth in Time. Okay, hi, welcome, Omega. Hello, Mark. Love your work. Thanks. Thanks for showing up again, Omega. I appreciate it. I'm doing mostly 100% fruit. Whoa, good. I have several autoimmune problems. Since funds are limited, do you recommend high fruit and some herbs? I can't afford everything. Any thoughts? Yeah, I mean, if you're on a really tight budget, you could get, I designed this Javana tea. That was the first product I designed just as kind of an overall detox tea, just to help people on fruit diets, just to have something. It's just a great all-around detoxifier for the body in the way that we think with lymphatic detoxification. And so, yeah, I mean, the more herbs you can afford, the better. Obviously, if you're on a detox, but getting a high fruit is so powerful. And then if you get on a little bit of kidney herbs, a little bit of lymph herbs, a little bit of stuff for the glands, you could do that tea, and then also you could add in. If funds are limited, Dr. Christopher's lower bowel formula, I think it's only about 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon. That combination there with limited funds will do a lot of cleansing for you. And then the high fruit is really going to help you there. So you're doing great. You're making huge inroads just by being on the high fruit. But a little bit of herbs are going to be good too. Okay? If you're really limited on funds, try to go out in the wild and pick some dandelions and pick some, learn what plantain herb is. It grows everywhere. It's a fantastic lymphatic herb. Dandelion's really good for the liver and the kidneys there too. And parsley. Parsley is going to be really good for you too as a detox. Those are either, you can find those in the wild or get the parsley at the store for sure, if funds are super limited. Okay. All right. So let's see here. We've got Brittany. Where do you start first? Detox. What fruits and water do you recommend? Do you not recommend vegetables because they are acidic? Okay. So where do you start first? You start first by going on a high fruit diet. Okay. 80% is great. And then some salads, okay? That's it on the diet. Keep it really simple, okay? You're going to get a lot of water in those fruits, in those veggies, because when you cook, you dehydrate everything. So there's beautiful water in the fruits especially. It's all structured and fantastic. Good in fruit too, but it's just not, I mean, in veggies too, but just not as much. So if you do need water, I just do filtered water. I spend 30 cents a gallon at the market. Outside, there's a Glacier machine. It's got 5 filters on it. It's just a reverse osmosis water, basically. Just a cleaned out water. Never tap water. So full of chemicals. Horrible. That's all I do. Dr. Morse likes natural mountain spring waters with the minerals. That's what he likes. And Dr. Christopher loved the distilled water. So I don't drink a lot of water though. Yeah, unless unless it's hot, I'm sweating a lot, whatever. Do you not recommend vegetables because they're acidic? No, vegetables. Raw vegetables are not acidic. But they just slow down a detox. So that's why we do 20%. We like the cleansing power, the alkalizing power of the fruits, and the electrical power too. So fruits are our thing. Shamik, hello everybody. So happy to be here. Hey, welcome back. We got AJ Dibka back too. Good evening, Mr. Gordon. Good evening, AJ. We got Peach. Does consuming a lot of Himalayan salt slow down a detox? Yeah, you don't need it. I wouldn't. It's the only thing that keeps my blood pressure up. So you got low blood pressure. So look into licorice root. I'm starting to sell just pure licorice root now over at Javana Detox. And pure licorice root is a fantastic herb in so many ways, but it actually is really good for the adrenal glands and brings up blood pressure. So be careful if you have high blood pressure. And it's a great harmonizing herb. It's a herb that actually potentiates the other herbs. So it's just a great all-around herb, but it will bring your blood pressure up. So work on those adrenals, okay? That's what's going on. You're getting kind of a false, you're using a vasoconstrictor to bring your blood pressure up. It's fake. Okay, you're constricting blood vessels to get pressure up. It's just not working. Okay, You want to get the pus and mucus out of those adrenal glands and get those things fired up. Getting on that high fruit is going to give you more electrical energy too. Okay, so learn about detox and get the pus and mucus out of all the glands and out of the kidneys and everything, okay? So, yeah, but look into licorice root. It's not expensive. It tastes great, and it is wonderful. Aids in digestion. Look it up. There's so many great properties of licorice root, and it's just fantastic for the adrenals. Okay, we got Aaron's Unlimited. That's where I am at calcium utica acid. That's where I'm at, calcium utica acid. Not sure what that means. Buddha's brain. I've been on Dr. Morse's 14-week aggressive protocol for 4 weeks now and haven't seen barely any sediment in my urine. Can you explain? I've seen this before. What happens is that your kidneys are just holding in. I've had people go through the whole protocol and not get them opened up. Okay, so you could be filtering. Try some dry fasting. Try a night with 12, 14 hours of eating nothing, drinking nothing, and then check your urine in the morning. Okay, just by decreasing the amount of fluids in the body might concentrate that urine more. We can start to see some sediment. Okay, dry fasting, actually, the kidneys kind of turn on themselves and heal themselves, and that helps get them filtering. Moving to 24 to 36 hour dry fast, that's the best thing you do to get them filtering, okay? You're doing the herbs are expensive. You want to really get kidney filtration going, okay? So dry fasting, the herbs, of course, and also try the castor oil packs and the massage I talked about. But really, really get aggressive on getting those kidneys opened up and filtering. But check in the morning after at least a 12-hour dry fast. And shine a flashlight in. See if you see speckles or anything, okay? And decrease the amount of fluids you're intaking too. You might be just bringing in a lot of people drink water all day. They're never going to see filtration. The kidneys never have a chance. They're just always flushing out water, okay? Aaron's Unlimited, enema for that. I don't know. I don't know what this calcium utica acid is, okay? Enema for that. Don't know what that is. AJ, Mark, I wanted to relay some info on my experience. Wim Hof method is really good. That's a breathing technique, Wim Hof. But entering that fight or flight can be tough on adrenals, so be mindful. Oh, okay, so you're doing this really aggressive breathing, and it's bringing up, maybe bringing up some adrenaline for you. Yeah, you don't want to, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if you're really, really hitting that hard. Okay, good point there. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of us burn our adrenals out because they're overworked, because too much adrenaline, too much stress, Vegan Renegade, my mom had her thyroid taken out. Okay. All right. So, what I've heard is that even sometimes they take out the thyroid and they leave a little piece, and people have regenerated just that little piece of thyroid, just by detoxification. And taking some of the thyroid herbs too. So yeah, just so you know that. Aaron's Unlimited, sell that. Guys, try to write complete sentences, because what happens is I'm reading a lot of the stack and it's hard for me to remember exactly who said what. So kind of always paraphrase as if you're writing that sentence so I can relate to what you've been telling me, okay? That'll help me, okay? Thanks. So say like referring to, and then say sell that. Okay, thanks. Peach, Mark, what's your favorite fruit? I love mangoes. For some reason, me and mangoes, man, I just love them because they're silky. They have such a great flavor, and they're just the right amount of sweet and tart. And just the taste of them and the silkiness, how they hit the tongue. Man, Dr. Morse had some great ones out in Florida when I was out there. Oh, man, they were the best mangoes. Aaron's Unlimited, spell the website to order your teas. Jivana, 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 detox.com. JivanaDetox.com. Okay. Jenny Ricks, no thyroid either. More reason to keep everything else strong. Yeah, absolutely. But work on that thyroid with some herbs and detox and see if you can't get that little piece to start kicking up. One of my good friends doesn't have a thyroid taken out due to thyroid cancer. And she doesn't take Synthroid or anything and still has a good metabolism and a good, and a good body temperature. So go figure. That she probably regenerated enough of what she had. Okay, so Ashley's back. All right, good. From Canada. Hey, Mark, good to be part of the group tonight. Yeah, you've been a regular lately. Good for you, Ashley. We got Doris Roten. Is sun coming through sliding glass doors good for vitamin D? I heard it's not good. Your opinion? Gosh, I've always wondered about that. I guess some glass will filter a little bit out, but I think it's better than nothing. As long as it's not smoked glass, right? But yeah, I would, if you live in an area where it's 20 degrees out, I mean, it's your only choice. But what I noticed, when I used to live in Colorado in the mountains, I remember in the wintertime, on some of the warmer days, where there was sun, you could sit in a courtyard where there's no wind and take your shirt off and be in just shorts and get sun even when it was 40, 50 degrees out. And you would still warm up. If you pick the right time of day. So I would prefer pure sun, but you do the best you can. Truth in Time, BB, finally managed to stay awake to catch this live from the UK. Oh man, that's late there. Thanks for staying up. Thank you for all your help thus far via email over the year. You bet. Still not losing weight after 18 months. Sugar metabolism. So weight issues, yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, so could be weak adrenals, where you're not metabolizing the sugar, it's being kicked back to the body and stored. And that could be a problem. Dr. Morse always stresses that weight issues are adrenal problems. Your nervous system is weak, thyroid too, metabolism. So get the pus and mucus out of the glands. A lot of times, we're acidic in the body, throughout the body. And guess what? The body is trying to protect us. So it's buffering these acids with fat and water. So as we start to alkalize, we start to lose this, okay? So detox is going to bring the gland functions up. It's going to get the acids down, and you're going to drop this stuff, okay? So just keep digging. Go harder and harder on it, okay? Learn more and more about it and get more aggressive. And you'll start turning this around, okay, BB? All right, thank you. Shamik, are warts considered parasites? They're fungal, yeah, so yes. Can it be a result of a weak lymphatic system? Of course it is. I remember I had a lot on my feet when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, if you're stagnant, then the funguses get to do their thing. So as you move lymph, look, at anything that's not supposed to be in the body will be ejected from the body by your natural immune system if it's not sluggish. If it's not full of pus and mucus and stagnant, acidic, dried up, agglomerated, gummed up, whatever you want to call it, your immune system, which works a lot through the immune system works a lot through the lymph system, will get it and get it out of there. Okay. So I would get on some anti-parasite herbs. I would do some topical things too. Learn about that with those warts. And yeah, maybe try the I think the black walnut hull powder. Thyme leaf might work too. Look into it. The topical things, but clean the lymph. It's a sign you got a dirty sewer. Okay. We got Shy Girls channel. Does drinking fresh lime and water help the body alkalize? Since it's a pH of 8, absolutely. The thing about the lemons and the limes, yeah, they're high pH when you test them. But they're what's called alkaline ash to the body. And they actually alkalize the body. Yeah, I know it's strange. We call them acid fruits even, but they're the most alkalizing to the body. Number one, because they're alkaline ash. Number two, they move lymph. They're astringent. They pull in the lymph system. They help us cleanse. So yeah, go figure, huh? We got BB back. Very frustrating. When I was severely anxious, which is all my life, I was super thin. Could it be my adrenals have now gone hypo as I think they were hyper for years? Yeah, absolutely. Anything that's hyper will go slow again. Hyper is a sign that they're clogged up, they're acting crazy and funky. They're gonna once you burn them out, they'll go back to hypo, which is underactive. Hyperactive always returns to underactive. Okay, so yes, good call on that. So work on those adrenals. Okay, all right. So plenty of good adrenal herbs, good adrenal herbal tonics. Okay. Herbs out there. Okay. And incidentally, I just spent a couple of days upgrading all my formulas at Giovanna. So I've worked a lot on those adrenal formulas too. And what I did was I took the licorice root out, and I now let you guys put the licorice root back in, because there's a lot of people with high blood pressure that can't use the licorice, but it's a great adrenal herb, and a lot of people do, most people do have low blood pressure, so you can just add a little bit of licorice in to help that. So you can kind of play with the licorice, and kind of, you know, a little bit goes a long way with licorice. It's a beautiful harmonizing herb too. It really helps all the other herbs. Okay, so check into that. We got John Laycock. Hey, what about having to urinate every couple of hours at night? Could be. A lot of people that do these herbs complain they pee a lot because there's a lot of diuretic herbs, a lot of kidney flushing going on, okay? Also, you could have an inflamed prostate or inflamed bladder due to acids, acidosis, and is putting pressure. And so you have to pee, okay? So, or you're just drinking a whole lot. So those are the factors there, okay? So if you're not on herbs, I would check an inflamed prostate. Prostate is a good call, especially if you're over 40. And but you know, good news is that things that are closest to the kidneys, once you get those kidneys filtering, you start moving lymph. The pus and mucus comes out of those areas easiest. Okay. So Manny says thank you, Manny. We got Antio Warback. Hey, Mark, just back from holiday visiting family. Now time to pay for my food sins. Yeah, holidays coming up, man. The food sins are going to go crazy. Yeah, so do the best you can. Nobody's perfect. Can't say I fell off the wagon, more like I jumped off. Easier to go along sometimes with the family than fight them. Yeah, I always tell my my story, my Thanksgiving story. I made a big salad for our Thanksgiving get-together. Nobody ate it. I was infringing on their right to party with the food. You know, they did not want to stuff themselves with salad. I made a beautiful salad too, all organic. It was all a rainbow salad with all the different colored veggies. It was so beautiful. I ate it. No one else wanted it. But I had salad for 2 days. It was great. But actually, they wanted it the next day when they were trying to go easy on themselves. But yeah, I was spoiling the party. Yeah, just be cool. Don't say anything. You know, people want, you know, that's their time where they get to eat all they want and whatever. Yeah, pick your battles, I guess. But good, yeah. Hey, you fall off the wagon, pick yourself back up. The good news is if you've been detoxing and you fall off the wagon hard, you're going to feel so terrible you can't wait to get back on the wagon. It'll make you stronger. It really does. So don't worry. It's all good. Man's got to know his limitations, like Clint Eastwood said, right? All right. So, all right, where do we go here? Okay. Oh, I found you. Okay. Time to catch up on missed video. Oh, Antiwar says time to catch up on missed videos and back on the herbs and fruit and fasting. Absolutely. AJ, are you familiar with the Woodstock Fruit Festival? Yeah, I've heard of it. I wanted to go. It's the happiest place on earth next August in New York. See you there. I'm going to come out for that. I got it. Hey, Bitsy. Hi, Bitsy. Bitsy says hi. She's up from her nap. She wants to say hi. All right. She was out on Halloween last night. She did great. People were all dressed up, and she was just having a ball. She was loving it. I was looking we got her a hot dog costume. I couldn't find it, though, so she had to just go without a costume. All right. So good. Yeah, I'm going to go to that. I'm going to try and go to that. I'm going to see if they'll let me speak out there. I would love to speak. I got to do some personal things. It'd be great. And then everybody come say hi if you're out there. I'd love to meet you in person. We got Aaron's Unlimited. Hold on, my CC cleaner just popped. Okay, so thank you. You bet, Aaron's Unlimited. We got Lady J. What can you do for scarlet fever with strep throat in a 6-year-old? So I'm going to call it strep throat, okay, and scarlet fever. You know, Dr. Christopher taught me about that. Let me see if I can find that strep throat thing. There is a formula for strep throat. Boy, hold on. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find this here. There is something really good for strep throat there. Throat. Okay, here we go. Okay, so. hold on here. I think I spoke too soon. Hold on a second here. Anyways, you know what? Get a hold of me and I will get you that. There is something you can do on the throat there, okay? Okay. There are some herbs for that. I can't find it this second here. I'm trying here. Okay. Anyways. All right. So, yeah, there are herbs that'll really soothe that. Okay. What comes to mind, of course, is slippery elm. Okay. And marshmallow root, just to coat that. That would be off the top of my head there. Okay. The scarlet fever, I'm not exactly sure about that. I know, you know, the classic thing that we do when we get a fever is we don't like to suppress a fever at all. Okay. And even Dr. Christopher was saying that he was inducing fevers in people. There is a certain limit, of course. I think it's 104 degrees or something like that, 105 degrees, I can't remember. But as long as it doesn't go over a certain limit, you're fine. Actually, the fevers are the body's way of getting us to sweat and getting us to detox and cleanse the body. So our philosophy basically is, within reason, is to welcome these fevers, okay? I know the strep throats can really hurt. So, you know, they're very, very irritating. So it is good to soothe. And the soothing herbs are the marshmallow root and the slippery elm. But not so sure about the scarlet fever. But you know, our thing is we don't really treat. We want to just flush. Okay. So anyways, I hope that helps. If you send me an email, mark@markjamesgordon.com, I can be a little more specific on some herbs. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I wasn't too much of a help there, but I will help you on the email. Okay. We got AJ. By the way, I'm AJ on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Anyone interested in my results with the Raw Fab 4 protocol? So you're just AJ? Is it just AJ? Okay, cool. All right. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, great. Buddhist Brain. Mark, I did a 24-hour dry fast and no sediment. Thoughts? Yeah, keep trying. Keep digging. Kidney herbs, high fruit, you know, castor oil packs, all that. Yeah. Just keep digging. Not all of us get this right away, okay? Just keep digging. Today for tomorrow. Mark, I checked my blood pressure a few times today. It's around 88/56. What does it mean? Means you got low blood pressure. Means you got to really, really work on those adrenals, okay? Those adrenal glands are weak. You're probably just dragging your butt around, okay? And so you need to really work on those adrenals. Again, licorice root's going to really, really help you. Licorice root is amazing for the adrenals and for bringing up blood pressure. So get some of that and play around with that. Get on some adrenal herbs, okay? And you know, definitely those adrenal herbs. Really, you got to bring up all that electricity in the body, okay? Yeah, chances are you're going to need to do a deep detox, but I have to know more. But I just know you got really low blood pressure, and it's adrenals, okay? Regenerative detox, all right. You're awesome, Mark. I'm on day 19 of my grape fast. Congratulations. I bought some of your detox tea and kidney tea. Stoked to try it out. Blessings to you. You're great. Let us know how you like it, and good luck to you. Carry on. You're doing great. Buddhist Brain. Mark, all the guys in my cancer support group prefer meds, radiation, chemo, and surgery over changing their diet and lifestyle. Amazing, yeah. Well, you know, I mean, again, the indoctrination runs so deep, and it's just hard for people to trust the simplicity of raw food, the simplicity of nature and herbs, and taking control. You know, when you have a body of people, an institution that seems to be professional, have all the big machines and all that kind of stuff, and it's culturally accepted, and you're not an outsider. It's very, very, you know, a lot of people gravitate towards that. So yeah, so this happens through education, and not everybody's ready for it. So All you can do is just be there as a guide and not force it on anybody, and just be there to answer their questions and to do your work and to show them what can be done. I think is super important too, to live by example. Okay. AJ, after I started the Fab 4, one I had filtration. Day 1 I had filtration. So here's a guy that got filtration on day 1, just on getting it on some kidney herbs, some lymph herbs, some GI herbs, and some lymph herbs. After I finish them, I want to do Fab 6. I have weak adrenals, so I wanted that formula. Also, I'm ready. I'm really skinny. Should I also get the GI Broom? Absolutely. The GI Broom will come in there and really help you get more absorption. Absolutely. I put people always on the GI Broom in my protocols after about a month of just doing the straight stomach and bowel herbs. Then their stomach and bowels are ready for the harshness and the power of that GI Broom. Okay. Simon Dibka, that's great. Kidneys on day 1, man. Yeah, that's an inspiration, AJ. So good for you. Yeah, some people it takes weeks, months, a day. We're all different, but keep digging. You'll get it. I believe everybody will get kidney filtration if they try. Aaron's Unlimited. What about the Budwig protocol for healing? No, it's a crazy protocol. I mean cottage cheese. I mean the most mucus forming stuff. It just sounds crazy to me. I don't know how it works. I mean, yeah, completely the antithesis of what we do over here. Okay, AJ, should I take all these at once? Should I upgrade some of the formulas like lymph? You can, yeah. You know, Dr. Morse's protocols have got sometimes 10 herbal formulas in there, each with 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 herbs in there. So it's a lot of herb. They all know what to do. They're intelligent. Guys, these herbs are so smart, they know where to go. They come inside of you, get inside, go, okay, see you later, I'm going this way. Okay, you go to the kidneys, you go to the liver, you go there. They all kind of do their thing. So yeah, it's amazing. I can take a lot of herbs and they all do their thing. But yeah, look at the 14-week protocol and you can kind of, sounds like you're pretty in tune with this. You can kind of design your own thing. Simon, what's up, Mark? I was wondering, as daily dry fasting and limiting my liquid intake are key to my filtration, how do I go about taking capsules? 12 hours is easy to spread, but then it gets kind of tricky for me. Well, you're supposed to take your capsules, 2 to 3 times a day. So I guess if you have a 6-hour feeding window, so do it every 2 hours. That's kind of off the top of my head. Sounds good to me. Of course, on your dry days, don't do your capsules. Okay, if you're going 24 hours dry, you don't do anything during that day. In fact, Dr. Christopher always said, take a day off. Do 6 days of herbs and then take a day off. Okay, so Sunday could be your dry fasting day and 0 herb day. Okay, just to give the body a rest. Okay. Stephanie Dunn is on. Fredo, hello. Oh, Stephanie was with me last night. We had a big group out, and her and her husband and the kids and grandma and mom are all in from Florida. I'll be seeing them. I'm actually having to cut this off at 8 o'clock, so in about 20 minutes, or when they knock on the door. So we're all going to go out and celebrate. They're leaving tomorrow. So great. Yeah, I have my Fredo mask on. I was a very scary dude. We got 251 Manny. Are raw vegetables okay to consume when the gut is ulcerated and inflamed? Oh man, I wouldn't. It's yeah, I mean, well, the salad's okay. Yeah, romaine lettuce and things like that are pretty easy. But yeah, again, that stomach tea, that slippery elm, that marshmallow root is really amazing to help the ulcerated gut and inflammation. But you got to move those acids out. You got to learn about lymphatic detox. But yeah, you start taking in some of those tougher veggies like those broccolis and cauliflowers and things that people eat. Those can be really hard, You want to be really easy on the digestion. And yeah, I would really chew the heck out of your food. I'd get on a lot of good fruits. I would probably back off if you're really inflamed and ulcerated like that. I'd back off on those citruses until you get more healing in. Okay, and the sweeter fruits. The grapes should be okay. The peaches, plums, pears, things like that should be fine. Watermelon, kind of play around with, you know. But yeah, get that marshmallow root, slippery elm, that stomach tea in there to help coat and soothe and heal. Okay, I talked about the best fruits. Can we have steamed veggies? Steamed veggies are not really detoxifying. Do they stay alkaline when we cook them? Some do, some don't. Okay, but I would concentrate on your sweeter fruits and your romaine. Romaine's very soothing. So those kinds of salads would be great until you get this healed, okay? And keep working on those stomach and bowels with those stomach and bowel herbs, and keep those those anti-swelling herbs in there, like the marshmallow root and slippery elm, okay? And you'll heal, okay? Stay away from the meat, dairy, and grains, big time, okay? And chew. A lot of that, you know, you can start the first area of digestion is the mouth. You chew, you get that mixed up with those enzymes, and then you go down to the pancreas. And if you do mono, like all you're eating is grapes, right? And you chew, get that in there, and then the pancreas has an easy time with its digestive process, and then right on in, and you're not doing a lot of work there, okay? And juices can really help you, smoothies, things like that, where you're not doing a lot of digestion, especially down in the small intestines and the you're basically just taking a lot of pressure off of those bowels. Okay. We have got AJ. My lymph nodes in the armpit were swollen and tender. Then something interesting happened. Each lymph node would swell, then the next one would lower until the total of 5 were swollen as they left my armpit. Wow. So it was working. It was working in a hierarchy there. That's interesting. I'm glad you made a note of that. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, I hope those are cleared up. Okay. But again, that's all about moving lymph, right? If you got really clogged up lymph nodes, you know, you got to do the lymphatic detox. There are lymph node formulas to help that, but castor oil packs can help that. It'll help soften those lymph nodes. Some people's lymph nodes are hard as a rock and really needs hydration and some oils. You know, the castor oil is a lipid. It will help soothe, and it's anti-inflammatory and bring the swelling down and actually soften things up. AJ, Mark, my sister Sophia has a lump by her front groin pelvis, probably lymph nodes, sounds like. She is starting raw with Heal All Tea. Send her good wishes and love on her road to Wellville, my friend. Yeah, if it feels like it's internal, you know, the Heal All Tea was designed as a douche for women to get rid of those fibroids, those cysts, all those things. And the castor oil packs on the outside can help too. But yeah, starting on the raw, high fruit, wonderful. The herbs. Blessings to your sister, AJ. She's going to do great, okay? Awesome. We got Charis. Welcome back. So happy to be listening tonight. Glad to have you here. Such a great space for sharing wisdom. Thanks, Mark. You bet. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate all you people showing up here. This is fantastic. You could be watching the Dodger game, yet a bunch of you are here. This is great. We got 49 watching right now. Anybody know a Dodger score? Let me know. Okay, so we got Healthy Herbalist. Butenko breathing method is a good one and not as intense as Wim Hof. A lot of people do mention Butenko breathing. B-U-T-E-Y-K-O. Butenko. Oh, the Butenko. Okay, good. Thank you for that. I'm going to get more familiar with that too. Thank you so much. I've heard that name over and over again. I did do a little research, but not in a while. We got Simon. Also, for how long do I leave the urine to see sediment? You know, no more than an hour, because you leave it longer than that, it starts to ferment and cloud up on its own. So people get false readings that way. We just want to have it settle down. So if there's anything in there, you can see a little bit of sediment on the bottom. No, yeah, don't leave it up to 5 days. You're going to, yeah, no. It's very rare not to find something. Well, good, you're filtering. So any little bit, it helps you guys. Any little bit of strands, any little bit of little speckles in there is all good. It means you got filtration. We got Esther. Hi, I wanted to do what to do to help get rid of high blood pressure. So high blood pressure is really, a lot of it is the kidneys are backed up, okay? and a lot of it's cholesterol plaquing in the blood system, in the arteries and all that. So you want to mostly work on those kidneys, get those opened up and filtering, get the sediment out of them, get the swelling, get the pus and mucus out of them, get on a lymphatic detox program. And a good herbal combination that both Dr. Morse has and Dr. Christopher is the cayenne garlic formula. It's really good at dissolving the plaquing in the arteries, okay? So that helps too. And but really, kidneys. But detox. Get the adrenals and the glands fired up. Get the channels of elimination open in the stomach and the bowels. Lymphatic herbs and kidney herbs. You're off and running. Get the liver cleaned up for a month too, and you're off and running. But cayenne garlic. Look into cayenne garlic, you guys. Simple herbs. Really, really good at that for cholesterol and the plaquing of it. Okay, and yeah, there are herbs that bring blood pressure down naturally too, and I should have this at the top of my head, but I don't. And if you want to know, get a hold of me, Mark at MarkJamesGordon.com. I'm on kind of herb overload now, but there are herbs that naturally will bring down blood pressure besides cayenne and garlic. Those are the two ones that came off on the top of my head. Okay, so what happened here? Oh, okay. All right, Aaron's Unlimited. Uric acid build up. Okay, well, any kind of acid build up, it's lymphatic. Move the lymph. We got BB, thank you. You're a star. Thank you so much. BB, P.S. I've been following you on and Dr. Morse for 2 years. It's been a ride. Yeah, man. I'll bet. Yeah. It's great. We just keep learning and learning and learning. It gets simpler and simpler and simpler. And we get cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. This is a ride. It's a long ride. It's a long, beautiful ride. A long and winding road. AJ, is there a toothpaste you recommend? I just use the Trader Joe's no fluoride, and it's a copy of the one. It's the one out of the East Coast there. But yeah, I just use Trader Joe's. It's like half the price of this other one, which I can't recall right now. Tom's Natural, yeah. I use Tom. Yeah, it's half the price of Tom's. There we go. It's natural, but it doesn't feel so natural. Haha. Tom's is a good one, and the Trader Joe's is good too. No fluoride. Shamik, thank you, Mark. It's 5DRR. It's 5DRR. I don't know. Okay, so AJ, good night, healers. Good night, AJ. Thank you. We'll look you up on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. Shamik, it's always a pleasure. Same with you. Thanks, Shamik. Austin, moly and lobelia are good for the throat. Yeah, Dr. Christopher loved that combination for so many things. So the mullein is an anti-swelling, we're going to call it. Lobelia is a great lobelia might be the one that'll bring down blood pressure. I'm not sure. Is a great harmonizing herb again, antispasmodic too. Okay, good. Thank you for that tip. We got Jeannie. I looked up Dr. Christopher's formula if that helps. Okay, yeah. How to make Dr. Christopher's strep blend. Thank you so much for doing that, Jeannie. Yeah, as I was going to do. So here's what he says for strep. I knew he had something. So 4 cloves of fresh garlic. Now, Dr. Christopher always said that 4 cloves of fresh garlic is equal to 1 dose of penicillin. But natural. 1 tablespoon of raw honey, okay, and a 1/4 tablespoon of 1/4 teaspoon of powdered cayenne. Okay, and so that's it. That's it. Just a little bit of powdered cayenne, a little bit of raw honey, and a little bit of garlic, and that will get the strep throat. Very good. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. Buddha's Brain. Mark, repeat this phrase. I am awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for your generosity with these calls. You bet, Buddha's Brain. Thank you so much. Jeannie, mince garlic, stir in honey and cayenne, Chew 1/2 teaspoon every 30 to 60 minutes, allowing for the mixture to coat the throat and then swallow. Yeah, let that sit in there. All right, so good. So you mince the garlic, stir in the honey and cayenne, chew 1/2. So I guess you chew it. Yeah, chew it, get it mixed with saliva, and let it trickle down the throat every 30 to 60 minutes. All right? Good. Take this mixture at this frequent dose for 24 hours during waking hours, and then take it every 1 to 2 hours for at least 2 days more. Bitsy, I can't play with you now. I'm working. Sorry. Okay, so good. We got Doris Roten. What is Dr. Christopher's last name? That was his last name. His name is Dr. I think it was Dr. John Christopher, if I'm not mistaken. Or that could be his son. I think it was Dr. John Christopher, yeah. But, you know, it's funny. I looked at his herbs, right? And it says Christopher's lower belt formula. They made him take doctor off of there. I don't know why. He was a naturopath, I believe. So they made him take it. I don't know. There's so many weird things. Would like to order some of his books, recommendations on what books to start with? You know, I have the School of Natural Healing book, which is $65, but it's everything in there. It's a hardback thing. It's a fantastic reference book. That's the one and only one I have. Okay. But yeah, go to his website, School of Natural Healing. There's a lot of books he has there. So a lot of them are a lot cheaper than that. So yeah, that's the one I have. AJ, oh wait, I forgot to ask you thoughts on no FAP or life force retention. I see major health benefits, especially for my adrenals. Forgot to ask your thoughts on NoFap. I've heard that term NoFap. Why am I hearing this all of a sudden? It must be some kind of a new thing. Life force retention. Life force retention, yeah, don't expend your energy, you know. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but, you know, stress is a depleter of your natural adrenal and life force. So watch the stress, you guys. Get plenty of sleep. You know, don't overdo the things, you know, don't party too hard. Things in moderation, you know, the sex in moderation, alcohol in moderation, if that's your thing, and all that stuff. So yeah, so don't deplete your energy. Don't give it away. You know, it is. I mean, we can overstress those adrenals big time, overdo things. You know, middle path, slow and steady completes the race. You know, that's my thing. I'm sure that's what you're referring to. So that's my kind of take on that. We got Dipin's back. All right. Hi, Mark. I started to bathe with cold water and stopped using soap and shampoo. My hair and skin look better. Fantastic. Wow, good. Cold water, man. You're hardcore. I know. Getting that cold really can help stimulate the body for sure. Yeah, the soap and shampoos can block things up for sure. I use a little bit of Dr. Bronner's, which is said to not block the pores. That's the only soap that I use. I use really high quality shampoo. I'm trying to shampoo less and less too. I think it's a good idea to just keep those natural oils coming. So good. Dipin, can you talk about repressed emotion and emotional detox? I feel anger. I think I'm detoxing all bad energy. It takes too long to detox. Sorry for my English. I'm learning English from Lisbon. All right, welcome from Lisbon. Okay, so repressed emotions, emotional detox. So as you start to move lymph, guess what? You store a lot of memories in your cells. So as they start to detox, those get unlocked, and you can have emotional detoxes. Okay? Just ride through them. They'll pass. They're cyclical. They'll pass. Okay? You know, make sure you're getting a lot of fresh air, sunshine, you're exercising. It'll help you bring in those feel-good chemicals, okay? But yeah, you are detoxing emotionally. So yeah, just ride the ride, okay? Stay positive and do those other things. It takes too long to detox. Yeah, we all want instant gratification, but just hang in there, okay? Susie Snowflake, yeah, treat yourself right. Light candles, play good music. Stay in the light. Stay off of the late night news. Stay away from the news. Stay away from the television. Don't get caught up in this current you know, left right fighting, Democrat versus Republican, liberal versus conservative. This is all division. You know, everybody, you know, we start to really get a lot of anger towards the other. We build what are called straw men. Like we think that person, well, if they're Republican, they must be, you know, hoarders of money and hating the poor and you know, this, or you know, blue blood, whatever, or if they're liberals, they're communists. We build straw men. They build the straw men for us that we think that is that person. Okay, and then that's where the anger comes from, because we're mad at the straw man, not at the person. At least that's been my interpretation. So don't get divided. You know, we're all brothers and sisters that need healing. We're all trapped in a major illusion here of suffering. We all need to see each other's. I just try to see each other as a pure, eternal spirit. If I can see, you know, as they say, through Christ's eyes, and see everybody as who they truly are, which is an eternal, beautiful soul that's trapped in this body and in this realm of illusion and suffering, then we all see everybody as one and beautiful. Do I do that all the time? No. Am I trying? Yes. And when I stop and think about it, like if a guy cuts me off in the parking lot and I get mad instantly, I try to say, wait a minute, that's just another beautiful spirit. So anyways, we try. Okay, I try. So that's it. All right. Thanks for another great talk, says Susie. You bet. Thanks for showing up, Susie. Love to all. We all love you, Susie. I am the one. I really appreciate your time helping us, Mark. You bet. Absolutely. Detoxing the liver seems to make anger come out. Yeah, anger is stored in the liver. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's a very ancient Chinese. They always say the liver is a store of the anger. So do a liver cleanse. Definitely. Emotions are tied with those adrenals too. Yes, it will make anger come out as you clear that out. Yes. Yes, okay, so we've got Manny. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you taking your time answering these questions. Learn a lot from you. Much love and enjoy your night. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate that. You have a great night, too. We got Swordfish. Evening, Mark. Hey, welcome. Alvin, you recommend aloe ferox. Don't know it? I don't know it. I like aloe vera. I don't know this aloe ferox, though. I am the one. Dr. Richard Schultz has a great mouthwash that I've used for years with no cavities. Didn't know that. So Dr. Schultz has a great mouthwash. Check it out. I'm the one. Licorice brings down blood pressure, I think. No, it raises it. It's classically known for that. Yeah, check it out. Stephanie Ross, I'm on too. Stephanie's back after her tennis class. All right, what do you recommend for sore muscles, feeling a little achy sore? Okay, so when you overdo it, you guys, this is good, Stephanie. When you overdo it, you create a lot of lactic acids. If you're lifting weights, or she just played tennis real hard, probably. So you've created a lot of acids. We don't want to create a lot of acids when we're detoxing because we're trying to get rid of them. So watch that. Limit your exercises. You know, we still need to move lymph, but we don't want to overdo it. So those are those acids. So of course, to flush acids, you want to, you know, if I was you, I'd drink a lot of fruit juice right now. You know, that's going to be alkalizing. Eat fruit. Don't eat anything acidic at all. So no meat, dairy, and grains. And maybe do a little massage to get things flowing again. And I would do maybe do an enema to get the acids out. Anything you can do to get acids out right now. Okay. So those are just typical things right there to do. Okay. You may want to just do a little herbal tea, maybe a little lymphatic formula to help pull things out, circulation formula, things like that, okay? Dr. John Christopher, thank you. Yeah, it's Dr. John Christopher. They put Dr. Christopher in jail many times. Yes, they did. He was a brave soul. He was just such a selfless guy, too. He didn't mind going to jail if he was helping people heal. He was just waiting for them to wake up. And they stopped bugging him after a while, I guess. BB says, good night to all from the UK. Cheerio, BB. Do you don't want to upset these cheeky little cortisol rhythms. God bless. I love the sayings that you guys have, the cheeky little cortisol rhythm. That's great. God bless you, BB. See you next time. Sleep well, sleep tight, and no bangers and mash tomorrow, all right? Stephanie, hi, I'll hit the thumbs up like button. Love Mark, he's the best. Thank you. No FAP is no orgasm. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, semen retention. All right, so yeah, that's a way. If you're getting rid of your life essence, so to speak, so much, you're giving up life force, energy. So guys, watch that. Watch that. And Montauk, M-A-N-T-A-K, Montauk Chia has a way of recycling the sexual energy back through the body to cause a life force rejuvenation. Montauk Chia. And has it for women too, by the way. A very interesting man. There's plenty of YouTubes on him. Montauk Chia. Don't give up the essence, so easily. Okay, that is a major way you can deplete your life force. The monks have been talking about this for centuries. Where people abstain. Yes, thanks. I'm the one just bought a kiddie pool to use with ice outside during the winter for my Wim Hof course. So Wim Hof, of course, is the Iceman. He gets in ice baths and really goes for it. And he climbed 19,000 feet up on Mount Everest in a t-shirt and shorts. He holds world records for being underwater. He says it really, really stimulates the immune system and the life force, the chi of the body, and strengthens the body overall. You can become a really, really strong person. Okay? And I've done a little bit of it, not in the ice bath, but just getting in December here, the water's so cold, it's down to the low 50s. I used to take my wetsuit off after surfing or just pull it down, and it was so cold it would burn me. But man, I would feel warmer and warmer as I surfed, though, as I built up that energy. I'm the one says, Dr. Schultz says, liver cleansing really brings anger up and out of us. Yeah, I get really angry on day 3 of his liver detox. Yeah. Well, it'll clear. It'll clear eventually, so keep digging. 5-0 Houston. Uh-oh. Dodgers are in trouble. But it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as they say, right? Okay, good. Okay, I'm the one. Confirmation bias runs the world in every person's mind. Yeah, okay, yes. Ashley, thank you, Mark, and everyone. I always get something out of your sessions, our sessions together. Love to you all. Thanks, Ashley. See you next time. Sleep good. BB wouldn't be without licorice root extract. Powerful stuff. Good. Absolutely. Get to bed. You got to go to bed. Stephanie, I'm the one. Is his mouthwash a strong flavor or mild? We'll call them tomorrow. Dr. Richard Solt's store. So Stephanie wants to know if it's strong or mild. Megan Rose, welcome. I really appreciate this space you have created here. Recommendations to reverse gastroparesis, go to juices and herbs, or try whole fruit. This person had gallbladder removed. Okay, so yeah, it's all about the detoxification, of course, and a lymphatic detox, the standard lymphatic detox, kidneys, lymph, GI tract, of course, and the glands. Okay, and then liver, gallbladder herbs, of course, and also antiparasite for a month or so. And then you want to know if you go to whole fruit. Well, see, the thing is, okay, so not everybody can go right into the juices and a lot of herbs. It depends on the person. How bad was their diet? Juices can be very, very aggressive to people. So you've got, just kind of come in slowly, ramp up the herbs and ramp up the fruit, and then go to juices, So the good thing about juices, though, is especially with the gastroparesis and things like that, is the juices don't require the digestion to be turned on. So you can do the cleaning. The question is, are they going to clean too quickly? Okay, that's the problem. So it's kind of like detoxification is an art. You can go too fast and upset things, or, so you've got to find your balance there, but come in slowly, okay? All right, so, Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. All right. And yeah, so juices are amazing because they don't require our GI tract to be turned on. Okay, but can you handle them? That's the big thing. Okay, we got Gina Pruitt. Any tips on removing lymph stuck in the gut? Yeah, I mean that's a big thing for us. That's a huge thing for us. I have a distended belly, and some folks think it's related to lymphedema, bilateral lower extremity. So yeah, so you know, detoxification is going to, yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but let's say it was lymphedema, okay? Or it was an inflamed liver, you know, or you got a bunch of obstructions in the you're saying lymph stuck in the gut. It could be a lot of obstructions in the gut, okay? You know, this lymphatic detox program addresses all of this stuff, okay? It's all about this stuff. So learn about detoxification and removing lymph stuck in the gut. Well, okay, so the lymph would be inflamed bowel tissues, okay? There could be physical obstructions. They say, you know, who was it? John Wayne had the big distended belly. They said that he had 40 or 50 pounds of just fecal matter stuck in those bowels. A lot of people have that, by the way. A lot of these distended bellies are just a lot of fecal matter stuck in there. So you've got to clean those bowels big time, all right? But our lymphatic detox addresses all this, all right? So even if it was lymphedema, the lymphedema is you got an acidic lymph system, your kidneys are backed up. So we address that too, all right? So that's all part of this. I'm the one, you're right, hibiscus flower and hawthorn lower BP, I think. Hawthorn lowers blood pressure. Hawthorn's really good for the heart. Yeah, that might be the one. Hawthorn berry. Yeah, I'm not sure about hibiscus. I don't use that herb, but I do use hawthorn berry. I think you're right. Well, let's double check that. But good, thank you. Stephanie, tomorrow, watermelon. Yes, thank you. I need a massage. Sounds good. Thanks. I just gave you permission for a massage there, Steph. So there you go. I'm the one. It is opposite day. Good night from Georgia, everyone. All right. All right, thanks. Thanks for all your contributions. Appreciate it. BB's finally saying goodnight from UK. All right, 5-0 Houston. Uh-oh. Oh, boy, we're in trouble. All right. Bottom. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Jeannie, aloe ferox is a stronger laxative power aloe. There is a company that sells aloe ferox crystals. Take them carefully. Take them so carefully. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Sounds too complicated. I don't know. We got Lady J. Thanks, Mark, to all, and have a blessed night. Same to you. Thank you. Jeannie also says they're powerful, these aloe ferox crystals. The only place I know offhand, and it was years ago, was an MLM company. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into laxatives per se, you know. The Cascara Sagrada is not really a laxative, but it will stimulate the bowels. That's kind of how we do it, okay? So I'm the one, Wim Hof ran 13 miles barefoot in the Antarctic with no problems. The Iceman, 5-1 Houston. Okay, so the Dodgers got on the board, so let's get a little momentum, okay. So Dipin says masturbation is not good if you want to attract female mate, depletes testosterone, and there is no pheromones. Okay. Don't give up your seed so easily, my friend. Montauk Chia, Doris Rotem, bottom of the 6. Okay, getting late. Dodgers better get busy here. I'm the one. It tastes peppermintery. Peppermintery. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, that's the mouthwash. Okay, I brushed my teeth with it. It is at herbdoc.com, herbdoc.com. That's Dr. Schultz's site, and I'm not affiliated with them. Thanks. Dipin, no fap movement is growing. Okay, good. No fap. What does fap stand for? I don't know. I'm the one, Stephanie Ross. All right, so Stephanie thanks you, I guess, there. BB, aloe forest comes from the last wild aloe variety that grows in the natural wild environment of the untamed Cape region of South Africa. it's just more powerful. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Good. Wow. If you're into laxatives, I guess that's good stuff. I have got to get myself to Dr. Morse's school in Florida. Yeah, everybody. Or do level 1 online and level 2 out with Dr. Morse would be great. Staying up till the end now, feeling fine and dandy. All right, good. We're keeping you up. Okay, good. We're almost done here. Almost an hour and 40 minutes. Thanks so much, my dear, from Gina Pruitt. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. NoFap on Reddit is an awesome place for learning self-control. Wow, good, good, good. Yeah, power over the mind and body. You know, that's what we're practicing here too by getting on this raw, you know, this raw vegan really is really control, you know. And I want to tell you guys something spiritual here. Okay, so this is really super interesting, you guys. Okay, so there's a thing, it's called the sacred secretion. And Jim Carrey is talking about it. Jim Carrey had a spiritual awakening that's so unbelievably fantastic. A lot of people think he's nuts. I think he's had an amazing awakening. He's now such a great, great spiritual teacher because he has such a huge name. And he's leading people to this amazing spiritual knowledge. But there's a thing called the sacred secretion. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've been studying it kind of here and there. And because I'm just really, really interested on how this detox, how this alkalization of the body helps us spiritually, because I've noticed incredible spiritual awakenings myself and spiritual energy and just concentration. My meditations are better. Everything's better. A lot more of what I call the download coming into me. A lot more wisdom and guidance coming into me naturally. So anyways, the sacred secretion, once a month when your moon goes into, your moon is in your sun sign. So I'm Cancer. So when my moon is in Cancer during the month, what happens is you secrete an oil. It's called the chrism, and it comes from your claustrum. And it goes down, and it goes down to your sacrum. I think it's 5 fused bones at the bottom of your spine, and then it makes its journey back up. Okay, and then if it crosses the River Jordan and finally gets back to the pineal gland, it's this whole thing. They've got it all deciphered, and this has been around for centuries. This information, but very suppressed. But if it can reach back up to your, I believe it's your pineal gland, then you get this amazing spiritual awakening. Okay, so anyways, it cannot do that if the body's acidic, though. All right. So by alkalizing the body, we can get the sacred secretion to rise back up. That's the philosophy. So I'm learning more about this, you guys. So we'll do more on the spiritual sacred secretion if you guys. Tell me if you guys are interested in that, and I'll learn more and talk to you more about that. Okay? All right, good. I'm the one who says, Dr. Greger says hibiscus and flax lower BP. Yeah, flax does too, I think just by the lowering of the cholesterol. We appreciate your time, Mark. God bless. Thank you. Appreciate it. Check out Marcus Rothkrantz on YouTube for more good raw info. He is cool. Yeah, he's got cool hair too. Yeah, I've seen that guy. He does a big production. Neat. Simon, I found NoFap on MGTOW, strange MGTOW. I can even find poison I even find poison ideology. Yeah, the MGTOW is men going it alone or something without women. I don't know. That's kind of a weird movement. Demonizing women. I don't like that. It's kind of negative energy. No FAP is no masturbation. FAP is not initials for anything. Just looked it up. Okay. All right. So yeah, you know, again, the sacred secretion probably has something to do with that. Giving up too much of your life force will stop you from ascending spiritually. All right. So, I'm the one, Simon, Krasinski, MGTOW is simply being wise and having self-respect. Okay. So maybe I built a straw man on MGTOW. I thought it was like this anti-women thing, but anyways. So Dipin, a final question mark, sun gazing for optimal health. Do we need it? I don't do it. I used to do it. Dr. Morse doesn't like it. You have to be really careful. I just, you know, at the very first, when the sun first comes up in the morning, I like to look at it just a little bit because it feels so good. Knowing that we're going to have sun that day, which is fantastic. I just love it. I just say thank you for it. That's all I do. And but it sure makes me feel good to know, to get hit with a little sun first thing in the morning. But I don't sun gaze anymore. Amari, hi Mark, love your tips and suggestions. Would it be wise to drink watermelon and eat grapes throughout the day for a few days if you or prefer mono diet fruit fast? You can mix those two. You know, mono's the best because you don't have to confuse all the enzymes and all that. So just easier on digestion. But yeah, that's not a bad combination. Good. BB's definitely going to bed now. I have grapes to crush for breakfast. Ciao. Good night, BB. Sleep tight. Okay, good. So Susie wants to hear more on spiritual info. Great. Okay, good. Simon, I think MGTOW is dangerous, but I'm not one to judge people. Just don't think it's fair to blame women for all men's problems. Yeah, the battle of the sexes have been forever. We demonize each other because we have expectations on each other that really aren't reasonable when you think about it. So, and there's a lot of manipulation in society by the corporations. You see it, you know. The women are used a lot to, you know, as vehicles for spending. I don't buy anything hardly at all. It's like, men. If it wasn't for women, we wouldn't have an economy. You know, it's crazy. I mean, I'll buy a pair of pants once in a while and all that, but yeah. All right. Buddhist brain, sacred secretion, thumbs up. Yeah, so people like this. Okay, yes, learning more about sacred secretion and other metaphysical things. Yes, good. Okay, we'll do it. Interested in the sacred secretion topic. Megan is, okay, good. I'm the one. Many MGTOW are hateful due to rejection, but the movement is simply about self-protection and live and let live. Okay, fair enough. I've been doing raw watermelon and grapes. Excellent. Simon, I thought about it, and to me, I had a personal reevaluation that MGTOW has nothing to do with me, and the issues are mine and having to solve them. Okay, so taking responsibility for yourself, good idea. Amari says, thanks. I'm the one. We should focus on positive and improve ourselves and not blame others for our problems. Absolutely. Words of wisdom. Just take responsibility for yourself. That's what we're all about, you know. We don't give our power up to any institution, any guy with a white coat and a stethoscope. You know, we will do the work. We will learn. We will bring in the healing to ourselves. Okay. Not to say that they're all bad. There's some great things that the medical community provides, but you know, health is not one of them. You know, they're great fixers. You know, they're great mechanics. Like if you need an arm reset and things like that. If you absolutely have to have some surgery, it's great. But as far as health, you know, in true healing, not their job. Okay. All right. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Houston. Have a great night. Night, Doris. Okay. And then we have Buddhist Brain. Have fun with your family and friends tonight. Thanks for the call. Love and blessings. I'm going to sign off. Good night, you all, and take care. God bless. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.